Right, welcome everyone, and we are back. Right, we are back with the Garrett Ace Apex. As you guys know, over the last few weeks we've been doing just a few settings videos. Quite a few people have asked me what coil I like to use, what settings I like to use. I've got quite a few people give me some absolute amazing feedback, so thank you ever so much. I've had a few people message me over the last few weeks about the Reaper coil. Just a few little issues when they're swinging it with the in-swing and the outswing. So we're going to go through that, and we're also going to go through a few other people have asked me, when they get a bigger coil, they're always worried about over tightening the actual coil onto the stem itself. So let's get down there, let's get into it, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, we'll start off talking about the Double D Reaper coil. Now it's 11 by 14 inch. Absolutely wicked coil. It's not very heavy. It's got a slight bit of weight to it. Brilliant coil though. A few people have said, oh, because it's a bigger coil, when they tighten it up, they don't like to over tighten it and the coil sort of tilts forward or backwards from time to time. Now, what I have here is just two bits of rubber that I took out of the one of my spare Garretts. So if you live close to a hardware shop, or you can get a few types. I mean, they're not really that thick neither. So that's all you need is just a couple of rubbers. As you can see there, we've got the screw, we've got the thread. And what I'll do is I will stick the rubber. It's a little bit hard to do like that. We'll stick the rubber on. Like that, so it's nice and tight up against the back there. And what we do is, we'll get the shoe, right, what we do is we get this on, and I'll come back to you in 2 seconds. Right, and there you have it. Just one rubber one side, and one rubber the other. And I'll tell you what, I've been doing that with nearly sort of every single Garrett that I've had, because I also worried about snapping the shoes off the actual coil itself. But I'll tell you what, with them just using them two rubbers worked absolutely perfect for me. So give that a try. As I say, it just stopped the coil from keep leaning forward and backwards. When you've got dirty hands, it means you can get in there and still give it a nice tighten up and still not worry about over tightening it, because the rubbers will take all but most of the pressure there. You can buy some of these things that I've seen out that you put there and it locks around your stem, and it stops your you over tightening, these, so you can't break the actual coil. But I found just a couple of cheap rubbers worked absolutely perfect for me. Right, so that was step one. Just a few people wanted to say about, they get a bit worried about how they tighten it up. That's how I tighten it up, just a couple of rubbers, so I never worry about snapping that. So right, let's get on to number two now, and I will see you. Number two, well, question two should I say, was when a few people have been out metal detecting and they've been swinging the bigger coil. As they get to the end of a swing, they found that they were getting a false signal, or the metal detector was toning out, making a tone sound as if something was actually there when there wasn't actually anything there at all. Few people thought there may have been a few problems with the coil. Now, I've done quite a few tests over the last few weeks. Over the last week and a half, should I say, I've done numerous tests with this coil. And what I found was, if you're quite a tall person and you have your stem quite long, I mean, you can see I usually have mine to about there, and you have got quite a long stem. What's happening is, as you're swinging the metal detector on the outswing, you're getting a little bit of play there in the actual stem itself. Now, what you can do is, what I did was, because I'm a little bit short anyway, I'll shorten mine down. But what I had to do was shorten it a little bit down, a little bit further, so it gave it a little bit less stem, so it didn't have much room to sort of maneuver. But as I say, I still was getting a few slight little tones on the outswing, but it was only every now and then was I getting that, and I found it was a lot tighter. even though I needed it to be a little slightly bit bigger. So what I've done is I've ordered a carbon fiber shaft for it, which will make that a lot thicker. So what I would say, guys, if you're a little bit, if you're quite small and you can get it down to there, then you won't need to worry about that ever. Especially with a big, it's only with the bigger coil. I mean, this is fine. This stem's fine with the double D radial coil. It's just when you stick the bigger coil on, you're getting that flex, and you don't want that flex at all. So as I say, yeah, if you're shorter and you're down there, you're absolutely perfect. But if you're long, you're going to get that. So I would say if you're going to get a bigger coil and you are a longer person and you do have yours in the first 2 or 3, I would say get a carbon fiber shaft, and that will stop that altogether. Also, don't forget, keep your wire nice and tight, and a nice and tight wire always helps. Also, just keeps that little bit of the stem thick as well, especially when it's a little bit shorter. As I say, I've got some settings coming up with this coil in the next few weeks, so keep your eyes out. I hope that's helped you guys out. As I say, it's not the coil, it's how far you've actually adjusted your stem. It's just this part of the stem, it's just a little bit flexible. So carbon fiber shaft is what I'm going to go and get. But as I say, if you're a little bit smaller and you're like my boy and it's down there, you don't get no movement at all. So as I say, if you're a tall person, I would say carbon fiber shaft. If you're a small person, you can get it down to about there. Absolutely perfect. I hope that helped you guys out. And as I say, in the next few weeks, we're going to have some amazing videos out. I'm going to have some settings out for this coil as I start to learn it more and more. But as I say, tonight was just to explain to a few people that have asked me a few questions about the actual coil, saying that there's a few problems with it. It's not the coil, it's the actual stem itself, as I say. So right, guys, until next time, as I say, happy hunting. Good luck out there. Let me know if you want me to try any other settings in the comments below, and I will see you at the next.